Closed to tourists, Australia hasn't been allowing any visitors into the country since March, but citizens and permanent residents have been coming home in unlimited numbers, save for a mandatory 2-week quarantine. All that, though, is about to change.
We also agreed today a reduction in the number of inbound arrivals into Australia across those ports that are able to accept returning Australian citizens and residents.
The number of people allowed to return will be cut to a maximum of 4,000 a week, and the government says the move will help it manage its mandatory quarantine of international arrivals. But it's also coincided with growing concern over a surge in case numbers in the country's second largest state of Victoria. Infections here are climbing as the state's capital, Melbourne, goes back into lockdown. It's now the first state to urge mask wearing, and officials are conducting tens of thousands of tests each day to try and get ahead of the outbreak.
When you're looking that much, then that's the exact strategy. You're finding cases of the virus and you're able then to do the contact tracing, to take steps to limit the movement, to isolate, to take all those necessary precautions.
Victoria has relaxed its controversial restrictions on many of the thousands locked down in public housing towers, which stopped people leaving their homes for almost any reason. But the state remains largely the source of the fresh outbreak. It means as other states open their inland borders, allowing people with permits back in and out, crossing over from Victoria is either banned or subject to strict measures. Despite the increase in case numbers, infection rates and deaths remain relatively low in Australia, as the country's response is hailed as a success. Public health officials here seem determined to keep it that way. Reged Ahmad, BBC News.